I love this hat, folks. I really do. It makes me look like I'm just as old and tired and goofy looking as I really am. You know, I usually talk like this when I don't have this. I don't really have to talk like this at all. I have the hat. When I put this hat on, I just want to go. I just want to go up there and yee-haw up into the. I'm sorry. Was I talking out of turn or anything like that? That's it. Yes. This is one of our little, you know, before we die type things. I just wanted to show everybody what she made me for lunch. This is excellent, if you can see. You want to tell them what it is?
Farmer's Market Best. The organic beef, expensive but worth every penny.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. $51 a pound's not too bad.
Expensive but worth every
penny.
penny.
Oh, these $3 tomatoes.
Yes.
And,
that isn't the $4 kind. This is only $3 a pound.
Oh, well. Yes, nothing's too good for me, and nothing's too good for you. I hate going to the farmer's market. I mean, I can't say I really hate too much of anything, but I dislike it because it's like the circuses in town, and it's everything that you've ever made your flesh crawl, they're there. Anything that make you feel like, well, I don't look too bad, you know, I only got, I have a problem. I really do. I don't like shopping where dogs are licking my leg. Now that's one of the problems. Sniffing a little, that's okay. But if I'm standing there, you know,
You said it was a pit bull?
Well, no, I said it was an ugly looking like a you know, them bulldog, you know. And the guy who had it looked just like it, so I'm not going to tell him, sir, well, if he jumped on my leg, you know, I probably had a little more problem with that.
And may I ask why you went to the farmer's market? Why?
Oh, yeah. I had to pony up some money for a watermelon, and there it is, folks. The watermelon has been eaten and probably put a straw in it. Isn't that wonderful?
I just finished the first piece. It was good. See, he's going to be buying watermelon all summer, hoping for the best. And this one, pretty good.
Well, what do you got, a board or something like that where you put that? Let's see. This watermelon's excellent. This one is
and this is his purchase from Safeway.
Yes, they don't sell
4th of July.
They do not sell this.
Special 2 for 1.
I'm sorry, the farmer's market don't know how to make stuff like this, right?
No, they don't.
Yes.
Anything that corrupt? Chili lemon.
And what did you say in your inimitable way? Do you have any salsa to go with the, holy crap, this stuff can fry your tongue, and she wants salsa to go along with that? I said, little sour cream.
My salsa from farmer's market is $6 or $7 for a pint. His salsa from Safeway is
$2 a half gallon, okay?
Are you sure it's $2? I think it's more than that.
$1.50 a half gallon, okay. It comes in its big quart jars.
Safeway.
It says, eat at your own risk, you know.
Hey, that's good salsa. I will eat his Safeway salsa, but I just can't get to Safeway. It's better for me to eat expensive salsa than risk my very life going to Safeway. I'm too unsteady now to ride the bus.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that good old...
What's that, Walker?
No, we're looking for a scooter.
Oh,
the scooter doesn't work. We're going to have to put you in one of these hover rounds. listen, these people on television seem to be having a hell of a good time. Where would you go with a hover round? I'd go out to New York City and watch I'd go to Grand Canyon and watch this.
And he's been looking at this beautiful lunch that I fixed for him for about a half an hour. He hasn't taken a bite. Me, I've devoured mine long ago. Plus a handful of chips, or maybe 2. And he's still looking. What are you waiting for? This afternoon, 3 o'clock maybe?
I'm waiting for the cocktail waitress to come over and refresh my cocktail, you know.
Well, you did that, and now he might take a bite. You can see that food is not his passion.
I know. And if I take a bite, this will not be vampiric, what?
As even the best of food cannot tempt him to tear into it. Even though, try to explain this to me.
I don't.
Every time I come down here, he's watching the Food Network. You would think he was...
Well, for crying out loud, I can't fix any food anymore.
So he watches other people fix all this.
How can you fix food for one person? I've tried it and it doesn't work.
There's 2 people.
I've tried fixing it for 2, it's still back to 1 person. You always look at the food that I fix and you go...
Oh, guess what? He bought some, what is it called? Oil. Cooking oil to make his glop. I wouldn't let him. I didn't offer my extra virgin because for a little bottle this tall, $10. He probably got his for 2 this tall. See, what's the difference?
It was on sale for $2.49. Okay,
$2.49 this tall.
$2.49.
You can imagine. It's just probably pure.
It probably lasts me until I die. You know, maybe until October. But get a load of this. Well, if it doesn't cost a lot of money, it just isn't worth it. Well, look at this, folks. $49.95 a pound.
$49.
These tomatoes right here, believe me.
But his cooking oil.
Boy, are those good.
I never cook with anything but extra virgin olive oil. $10 a little bottle.
Well, the problem is I perceive at the penny is that you have more problem with virgins than I do. Yes, I don't care what their sex life is.
He has probably never bought a $10 bottle of virgin olive oil in his life.
Well, I did once.
That's too expensive for me. Just give me that $2 and
that's right.
That gallon of oil over there.
And my ex-wife slapped me right in the face and says, "Don't ever spend that kind of money on extra virgin olive oil." I won't do it. I won't do it again.
Who said that?
One of my ex-wives, you know, down.
She didn't want you to spend $10?
Have you ever seen a wife?
Virgin?
Have you ever had
a... me.
Have you ever had a wife?
I want extra virgin olive oil.
Holy crap.
He's the cheapie here. He's the cheapie.
I am not the cheapie.
I'm the one who has gourmet taste.
But it's a good thing it wasn't coming. Your idea of gourmet and my idea of gourmet are so different. It's wonderful that you can introduce me to French gourmet words. Remember your grandma with the gravy there? Boy, I bet she put out a lot of that.
Taters and gravy.
Oh, boy.
I was raised on taters and gravy. And fried venison. But
and what?
my taste had changed.
And what?
Fried buck meat.
Wait a minute, I don't understand what that means. What? Fried what?
Venison. Deer.
Oh, well, see, deer meat and butt meat. What's that, a deer?
And taters and gravy.
Oh.
Every meal. I mean, in the country, if you don't have potatoes and gravy.
For breakfast?
You gotta have potatoes and gravy one time during the day.
For breakfast?
No, lunch. We didn't have sausage and biscuits, no. Biscuits and gravy, no.
Well, they didn't make sausage up in that part of the country.
Oh, I've eaten a lot of gravy. Every meal. I mean, at least breakfast and lunch, dinner. And we don't have lunch there. You have a great big noon dinner. In supper, you have...
What's the difference, can I ask you, what's the difference between supper and dinner? I mean, I never could figure
in the country, it's supper. And all you do is have homemade bread, but you got to have homemade bread. None of that store-bought stuff. Because that's not a good supper.
Because you didn't have any stores where you could buy it.
Well, and even when they did, my dad, you brought a loaf of store-bought bread in the house, good Lord, you'd better hide it. And he'd never let him have any because he always had to have his homemade bread.
You gotta be kidding.
Us girls would make it.
You gotta be kidding.
I learned how to make bread when I was 10 years old.
Oh, is this one?
8 loaves at a time.
Is this one one of the stories from when you came home that time with Wonder Bread? Your dad just whipped the heck out of you with the Wonder Bread, kept slapping you down. So, don't you ever bring that thing home again? Don't you ever bring that Wonder Bread home?
You didn't want him to start cussing.
That's a bad
You know, if he got cussing, he couldn't stop for 3 days, so you didn't ever want him to get cussing.
Now that's funny.
Anything.
I'm going to start cussing right now, and it'll be 3 days later. Folks, I'm going to cuss right now. Just cuss right on through this thing. I'm cussing. I'm cussing you, cussing that. For 3 days. Oh, boy.
You would not think you could find anything on that subject to say that would take, I mean, all night long. I'd hear him, he got mad at some. I'd hear him in there all night long, cussing.
Well, here's the problem that I've said this before. Here's the problem I perceive. I don't understand. How can you keep cussing over a period of time? And what is the word cussing? What words do you use? I mean, basically, I can think of about maybe a dozen or more. You know, unless you're really working up some really weird things, you know, like, I'm not going to say this on here because I'll cut it off. I don't understand. I mean, was it uncontrollable?
Well, like one time.
You know what my dad told me one time? He was sitting in the backyard with me, and this is just about after my mom died. He said, you know, some of those son of a bitches over there really pissed me off. No, he didn't say that. He said, some of the bitches. I never heard my dad say that in 35, 40, 50 years. Now, you must have got that on a regular basis, right? See, our backgrounds are so different, and I guess that's what makes me dislike her at certain moments, but makes me love her because I have to try to teach this woman how to be civilized. And
well,
I don't even know if it can work. Can it work?
My tendency to be long-winded comes from him. Like, he got mad at me one time for cashing a check. Well, this old drunk came in and said, I'm one of your dad's best friends.
Well, no,
he told me to stop any time.
You just pointed over here.
And I could cash a check here. So like a fool, I said, one of my dad's best friends. And I didn't recognize the red nose. And it was an old drunk. And so I cashed this check for him for $25, I think it was. That was a lot. And, oh, my dad come home. I said, Daddy, he said he was your friend. Oh, and so every time he'd see me, all summer long, he'd say, now, whenever anybody comes to the store, now you don't want to, he'd get that whine in his voice, just like a drill. You see what I have to put up with her. If one cousin wasn't good,
if I go deaf,
10.
Yes.
You don't ever want to do that. But I can. If I get in a fight, I can analyze it all night long, maybe, and even that's why a fight is so wearing for me, and it was very wearing for my dad because he could think of 1,000 things that you should have done or you shouldn't do. And he could go on all night long. This drove my mother crazy because her method was different. It was like, wham! And then it was all over.
If this ear goes out, I'm going to sue you. Unfortunately, you have nothing to sue you for.
My mom, she thought a good whack
isn't over yet, right?
Would make up for all night.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy would never whack you. I don't even remember him whacking me about twice.
Across the eyes, right?
In my whole life, but cuss all night, he could cuss for days.
I never heard of anything like this.
She hated it.
You know, again, folks, if you know, I've been married and divorced way too many times, but this family and the other family from the last one is really close. It kept balancing out, you know what I mean? Ooh. How can you cuss for days?
Well, I don't know, but 3 days was normal for him.
3 days wasn't normal?
I don't know how. I look back on that. What in the world did he say? And all that. It'd just be just almost like the same thing over.
Well, I know what he was saying.
Something.
He was saying parentheses, asterisk, asterisk. You know, exclamation point, asterisk, exclamation point. You know, and then up, and a big fat exclamation point.
Well, I can remember it here and
here. That's what you get in the cartoons. That's all I know.
My mother, and he'd say, and then it's just like that time that you did this, and that time, and you always doing that. You done that, and all that drill again. That's all I could hear.
Wait a minute. Are you bleeping yourself out here? Is that it?
No, I can just remember the sound of his voice.
Well, you must be bleeping yourself out, right? Well, you're no good bleeper.
Well, he didn't really swear.
I'll bleep everything. I'll bleep the bleep out of you and bleep the bleep out.
No, he would analyze the whole thing. My dad was an analyzer. He'd analyze it from top to bottom, tell you all the things to watch out for, that you didn't watch out for.
What is he cussing for 3 days for?
I don't know,
get
but
it.
he did it. I did it. You couldn't shut him up. It must have been in.
And you don't think you've inherited that trait?
Yes, I do.
I believe you have too. I told you this
Everybody knows that.
I told you before.
I can't shut up.
She's an aspiring writer, all right? And the funny joke about aspiring writers is that she can't commit suicide because they're constantly editing and going over the note, 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 over the note. If you ever
I can just see
going over the note, over. See, we don't do this.
I don't like
I don't like scripted crap because, first of all, it's going to take away from, what do they call, spontaneity, right? So the first thing I'm going to tell you is this. How did your father cuss for 3 days? I mean, I couldn't even come out for 40 minutes.
Oh, you're a wimp.
I've been told that before, but...
Well, when I have a fight, I'll analyze it. I can go on for days. Just ask my sisters.
Well, now, wait a minute. Seriously, I haven't... In all of the time that I've known you, the only time that you've known as it cause cuss words is maybe a couple dozen times. And that's like 5 years. Now, folks, that's not serious cussing, is it? I mean, I can say... It's
not cussing that we do when we have a fight. Just like this girlfriend I've been having an ongoing fight with. I go back to her childhood. I say, well, she must be like this because, let's see. No, I ask... let's see, her father got rabbit fever back in such and such a time.
Wait a minute. What is rabbit fever?
It's a fever you get up there when you shoot rabbits. You handle them, and you might get it. And the fever is deadly.
Rabbit. Is that
it can kill you or it can disable you. And her father got. And I go back in the past and I say, he went out to get rabbit. He had to, I remember that, and I go, I can recall every detail that might have contributed to the fact that we're fighting now. See what I mean? You can go back for years and trace.
Who's fighting now?
She and I.
Oh.
You could trace
the reason
why we had this fight. Clear back into her childhood. Now that's the kind of mind that I've got. That's why I have to keep making videos, because I keep thinking of stuff.
The nice thing about these videos, folks, is that don't be looking at her now, because she's liable to punch me. She can come back and screw around and edit them, because you can't do that. Actually, you can, but I'm not telling her how to do it. Oh, by the way, I'm really sorry to find out that her computer has died.
Oh, you lying. I told you today, said, you've got a virus in my computer. And I said, no, I haven't got it in there yet. But I just wanted to tell you, this is the reason I'm so long-winded. He hardly ever gets to say a word on these videos. And even if he does, I don't listen to him. I just go on thinking about what I was going to say myself. People hate me for that.
Well, I don't hate you for it.
I know he hasn't got anything sensible to say, you know.
Well, of course, I never do.
And the reason why I know and these old
I never have
jokes,
anything sensible to say.
These old jokes. He can remember every joke he ever told. You know how it goes.
No, I can't.
So naturally, what I have to say is more important than what he has.
That's true. That is.
Of course.
I have to go.
And then he drinks, you know, and.
I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't. But that's in my future, okay? If I'm still alive, you know. I mean, holy crap. Oh, boy.
Well.
Oh, boy. So all I can tell you is that I still don't understand how a guy can swear for 3 days.
Okay,
Just
okay.
can't do it.
Well, listen, I'm going to turn that thing off because I'm starting to go.
Well, what is that?
Turn this off. Turn it off,
what are you
please.
doing?
Oh, you turn it off.
Well, what are you trying to tell me?
Yeah, just turn it off.
Oh, okay. Folks, I just want you to know, all three of you out there, hang in there, because when you start cussing for 3 days, you got a problem. A real problem.
I can do it very easy.
I'd like to see that happen.
You won't be cussing, you'll be analyzing.
Oh, and